Hey guys, it's Demi. Welcome back to another Daily Dose of Us vlog. I hope you're all doing well and I hope life is treating you good. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a full patio transformation video. If you've been keeping up with the garden renovations, you'll know we've been renovating the garden, and one thing that we really wanted to do was update and make the patio in front of our barbecue hut in our garden look a little bit more modern and just look a little bit better. But we did want to do this on a budget initially, simply because patio is really expensive, because you have to buy the patio, you need the you need all of the different things to lay the patio, and it can become really expensive. And although we are doing a garden renovation, the patio was just not something we wanted to spend a hell of a lot of money on at the minute. We have quite a large patio area, but the patio that I'm talking about in this video is the kind of rectangle square of patio that we have outside of the barbecue hut. If you watch our content, then you'll know which part of the patio that I'm on about. So we obviously have the barbecue hut, and in front of it we have the patio, and it just looked really dull. It was full of weeds, and we just wanted to transform it, and we thought we'll try DIYing it to see if we can make it look a little bit better ourselves before we go through the expense of actually having to pay to get a new patio laid. And yeah, this is going to be this vlog, this journey. I really hope you're excited to see what we decide to do with it and see how it goes. So yeah, if you like these type of videos and want to see more before and after videos in one single video, so if you want to see like full transformations within one video, let us know by giving this one a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments, or any video suggestions, leave them in the comments, and let's get into the video. So here is the before of our patio. As you can see, it's an absolute state, weeds everywhere, just not a pretty looking place and not something we wanted in the garden, especially considering we're doing a garden renovation. This is an area that we really wanted to try and improve on a budget. So we started with digging out all of the weeds and giving the patio a good brush. Now this was necessary to get any bits of dirt off the patio, anything that was kind of just lying there. There was a lot of dust coming up from the patio, and the weeds took a hell of a long time to get out, but like I said, it was necessary. Look at all that dust and dirt just like flying up from the brush. It's mad how much dust just lies there. Anyway, we shoveled all the bits off that we could get off, and then we then decided to go in with the jet wash. This was such an important stage of getting the patio clean, jet washing it, but it did take a hell of a long time because we had to jet wash every single paving stone by itself so that it was like thoroughly clean, because we didn't want to obviously paint over patio that had dirt on it or anything like that. And I'm not sure if the patio had been washed in a very long time, because a lot of dirt come off it. But what we noticed with the jet wash is when you jet wash the patio, the like, what do you call it, the middle pieces, oh my god, I've totally forgotten the name, like the sides, anyway, loads of dirt was like flying out of that, so it made the patio like a really dirty area, and we had to go over it with the jet wash several times. But look how satisfying that is, guys. Like, oh my god, get out that dirt, bring it out, or keep going, ooh, get it out. Oh my god, I love videos like this, guys. I think they're so satisfying. But yeah, we did end up having to jet wash the patio about 3 times. It was a really long process to try and get it up clean. Once the final jet wash was done, we then brushed away any excess water, and then we had to let it dry. Now, as you'll notice, there's 3 patio slabs that are actually significantly smaller than the rest of the patio. Me and my partner kind of feel like this might have been a bit of a job that the man done himself. The previous owner, he might have actually laid this patio himself, a spare patio that he had, because it doesn't look like a professional job to us. Anyway, the next day, once it was all dried, I went in and started painting. Now, because of the 3 smaller pieces of slabs, I decided to do a grey border, because the stencil I ordered was for the bigger slabs and it wouldn't have fitted these 3 patio slabs. So I went in with a grey border. Now we used paint from Sandex, I believe, and the grey colour we used is called Vermont Grey. And like I said, I used a border around the patio just to hopefully take away from the fact that there was 3 smaller pieces of patio. I was so happy with how well the first layer of grey paint picked up on the slabs. Now the slabs were quite a yellow colour, so they were quite a light colour anyway. They weren't like a really dark paving slab, but I thought the grey colour picked up really well, and I actually only ended up needing to do 2 coats, which was so much easier, because I remember when we were painting the house, sometimes you needed like 3-4 coats of paint, but I was really happy with how easy this paint kind of applied, and the colour that it took to the slabs was really nice. So once the grey border was done, I let that dry, and then I went in with the white paint. We also used the same brand of paint for the white, it was Sandex, and I just went in and painted all of the inner pieces white. So obviously the reason that I painted them white on the background was because I was going to stencil over in the Vermont Grey. So yeah, I just thought the white would be a nice colour to kind of shine through the grey. And then the white was done. It was a little bit messy, but I wasn't going to worry about that initially because I am no artist. I'm not very good at staining the lines. I never was when I done colouring books, so who thought I'd be able to paint slabs neatly. Anyway, so I feel like the initial colours were really nice. I really liked the way that they dried down, and I actually only needed 2 coats of the grey and 3 coats of the white, which I was pretty happy with. I knew I would need an extra coat of the white paint just because it's white. So then the next day we washed the patio again just to get anything off, and then we sanded the cracks. So we had this paste powder sand thing which you actually put in the cracks of patio and it hardens. It was a really handy thing. If I can link it, I'll link it below. So I just sweeped it into all of the cracks. Obviously, as you can see where the smaller pieces of patio are, it's quite annoying because there's quite big gaps in between them, but there's nothing I can do about that. So like I said, this was a budget renovation we were trying to do on the patio. So once it was all sanded in, we had to leave it a day to completely set down and dry. Luckily we had a sunny day, so it did set down pretty quick. Once we put the sand in the cracks of the pavement, we actually left the pavement alone for about a week because I threw my mum a surprise 50th party and I left the pavement as it was, grey and white, and I didn't do anything with it. So as you can see, it got really dirty again. My pups had chewed wood all over it. So I had to go in and scrub the patio before I'd done the stencil. Now it was really hard to clean up. I tried Fairy Up liquid. I tried so many different methods to try and clean the patio because nothing was working. And I'm not gonna lie, after doing 3 coats of white paint, I was adamant that I did not want to do another coat of white, simply because 1, it takes long to do, and 2, it also takes a really long time to dry. So as you can see, I'm on my hands and knees using a sponge, really trying to scrub the patio, because like I said, I was adamant I did not want to do another layer of white. I was like, nope, I am going to use what cleaning products I have to try and scrub this patio. Okay guys, so I've found something that's getting the paving stones pretty clean. Look at that, compared to that. Well, my shadow's in the way, but that's it. Oh god, shit, I've just dropped it. It's this Sieve Cream natural thing. So I'm using this to clean the paving stones because if they're like that, then I'm not going to bother repainting them. And I know you might be like, that's the lazy option, you should repaint them. But I've already painted the white 3 times and it's going to get dirty regardless because it's white, but I just want to clean them for the stencil. So this is good enough for me. Okay guys, so this is the stencil that we got. There was 2 of them in the pack. It's from a brand called Ditsy Duck Designs. Sorry guys, I'm not sure what that little mark is on the lens. I cannot get it off for the life of us. But yeah, so this is the design that we've gone for. Now I'm going to have to be really neat, and I am not neat. But I'm just going to go for the first one and see how it goes. Bit nervous really, bit nervous. Something I learned pretty quick when using the stencil is the thinner layer of paint you use, the better outcome you're going to have, because you're going to have less spillage on the stencil, which will make it actually neater. However, I kind of like the rustic look that mine actually had in the end, but it is better if you use a thinner layer of paint. Guys, I've done 2 and they've leaked over slightly because I put too much paint on, which it tells you not to do, and I'm using too big of a paintbrush, which means it's making it really difficult, and I haven't got any other paintbrushes, so I'm going to go to B&M now because I need to go anyway. I'm going to go to B&M now and then come back and do them, and then it'll give us a chance to see how them 2 dry down as well. But they're a bit messy, but I mean, it's a patio, it's not like a fucking work of art masterpiece, is it? It's Demi Donnelly's Patio. So I definitely found using a smaller paintbrush to be the best method for the stencil. I felt like I could get a much neater outcome with using the smaller paintbrush. However, I definitely underestimated how long it would take to stencil each paving stone. It literally took 2 hours, and this was a small area of a patio, so if you're doing a big area, God help you, I feel sorry for you, because it took me forever to do the stencil. I don't know if I'm just really slow at doing it, but it wasn't a quick process. Okay guys, so I hadn't updated you because I went in a big huff. Basically, the stencil was a lot fucking harder to use than I thought, and you might just be like, it's just a stencil, I know, but it didn't go too well. Anyway, I was like dead down about it all day. I was like, it looks shit, Sean's gonna come home, he's gonna think it's shit, but he actually thinks it looks not bad. He thinks it looks good, so I'm gonna just think, okay, it looks good. It took us absolutely hours. So I want to show you why I think it looks bad. You've got this one here, which is like the perfect one, which basically there's no smudges or nothing on it, it's okay. But then these ones, they've got little smudges on them. But I actually think, now that I've looked at it more and more and more, I actually think it doesn't look too bad. Oh, hi Henry. I think it looks a bit better, messy and rustic, because I think that one looks a bit too perfect, whereas I think the rustic look looks a bit better. This is what it looks like, and I just think it takes away the kind of really bad patio because the pattern's so out there, and I mean, it just looks worn, do you know what I mean? And it's never going to stay perfect, even if I had it absolutely perfect, because it is outside. It's never going to like stay perfect. So you know what, I'm not that mad with it. I'm actually quite pleased with the way it turned out. It took us all day, I sat through rain, but we've done it, Luna, we've done it. And here it is, a before and after of the patio renovation on a budget. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think it looks amazing and I'm actually really proud of it, not gonna lie. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more videos like this where you see a full transformation within one video, let us know by giving this a thumbs up, and I'll see you later for another one. Bye!